Hello everyone, welcome back to one of the most super informative video lessons that you will ever find on YouTube based on conversation practice. Today we have an incredible student, Raghav, and I'll be asking certain questions related to real life situation, and Raghav is going to answer those questions. And after that, I'll be sharing effective and logical feedback with Raghav. And viewers, I'm pretty much confident that you'll find these tips and the feedback that I'll be sharing with Raghav super useful. And also pay attention how Raghav is going to answer the questions, right? So without wasting a single damn moment, let's get started. And Raghav, how are you?
Yes, sir. I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for asking, Raghav. I'm doing great. And Raghav, let's get started. Would you like to share a bit about yourself with the audience?
Yes, sir. My name is Raghav, and I currently reside in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, the capital of our state. So myself, I am studying in 11th grade and currently going to get promoted to 12th. And I like playing badminton. I play a lot of cricket, football, etc. And one of my main hobbies is reading books and also
Wow,
giving out public lectures like this. Like I really like talking and public speaking. So yes, sir. We shall continue.
fantastic, Raghav. Raghav, can you tell us a little about Chennai?
Yes, sir. Chennai is one of the costliest cities in India, and to put it straight, it's bustling all the time. So the weather is humid because of its location and its proximity to the sea. And
Mhm.
when you're traveling, you are going to have a headache, and like it's going to be a lot of frustration for you because there's a lot of traffic on the roads nowadays. And due to the pending metro work going on in the main roads, like transportation is a bit of a hard job right now.
I can understand that. All right. So, what's the best thing about Chennai?
Yes, sir. The best thing about Chennai is definitely the culture. Like our city has been one of the major ports in southern India for like what 50, 70, 100 years. So I think the British have done a very good job like in modernizing the city of Chennai. Before, like we had a lot of history, like ancient history of the Tamils. It's dated long way back. So I'm just saying that Chennai is like a culture pot where a lot of people from like abroad, North Indians, like a lot of people like they have like interconnected through the city.
I thoroughly agree with you. One of the greatest cities in our country, lovely place, incredible culture, warm and friendly people, and the best cuisine that you can ever find, right? This is what I personally believe. I have studied from Chennai. I have spent 2 great and grand years of my life, and I was really delighted to live in Chennai. So it's really incredible, Raghav, that the way you shared uh, the information related to your city. Instead of costliest, you can say it's one of the most expensive cities, right, in India. One feedback, do not say myself, right? Myself in class 12th. Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention. You can say I am in class 12th and never use myself in introduction. Like a lot of people, they say myself Vivek, myself Raghav. However, there are two ways by which you can introduce my name is or I am. These are two most appropriate ways by which you can start your introduction. Fantastic, Raghav. And now let's go to another question, which is can you describe a shop that recently opened in your city? And you have to focus your answer on four points. Point number one, what's the name of that shop or shopping center? Where exactly this shopping center is in your city? And who the typical customers are? And last but certainly not the least, have you ever bought anything from that shop? Why and why not? So, shopping. But before that, would you like to tell our audience, do you like shopping, Raghav?
Yeah, shopping to me is very interesting because once you go for shopping, you can discover the how to say an appetite for things that you have. So
Mhm.
before going to shopping, you may feel like it's going to be tiring, like the whole day is going to get wasted. But yeah, going shopping is really interesting. But if you were to go with someone else and they have to buy something, it's just one of the hardest tasks to do.
Yeah, it's a royal pain in the neck, right? When you don't have to buy anything. However, you have to wait for other people, and then they'll ask you, right? Your choice, your preference, and that is really a monotonous and mundane task. I use two words, monotonous and mundane. Instead of boring, you can use these two words, right? And Raghav, do you like online shopping or offline, and why?
So I usually prefer the offline market because you can, like, while going to the shop, you can like socialize with people, and then even in the shop, you can talk with the shop owner to actually know a lot of brands, like what exactly is going on in the market, etc. So take for example, if you are buying a table fan from Amazon, and
Mhm.
like you're going to the shop, like some kind of shop where they sell these kind of goods, and then you ask them for a table fan. The owner actually is going to tell you about what are all brands are available and why, like, this brand is producing better fans rather than this, and then why it's cheaper, and like how many people are actually buying it and what's the statistics of that company, etc. And that I think that you need a lot of socializing skills to actually get that in kind of information from the owner. But when you're shopping online, like, people are trying to, how to say, they want to confine you to a very little space, and that's
Mhm.
exactly what online shopping does. Like, you search for table fan on Amazon, what you get is a series of results, computed by some AI sitting in some corner of the globe. So like, it's going to be personalized, but that's what AI wants you to think. So you can't talk with the owner, you can't know about a lot of other brands. The only hope of finding a better product is just reading the reviews. So yeah, I would definitely prefer the offline market rather than the online market because, yeah, because of the above stated reasons.
Fantastic. And here we go. So, when was the last time you bought something from a physical store, and
Yes,
what
sir.
did you buy?
Yes, sir. So the like I really go out shopping very rarely because I am not a fan of like shopping like every day, every week. No, I go like 2 weeks once or like 3 weeks once to buy important stuff. But rather
Mhm.
than that, I don't do most of the shopping. My mom and dad does most of it, so it's not my job to do now. So the thing is, I recently I went to buy my cycle. Like, actually, my cycle like got worn out like after like being used for 4 or 5 years. Now I switched to a newer cycle, and yeah, going to a cycle shop is really important because you can buy whatever cycle you want, and you can talk with the like the what to say, the repair kind of people. Yeah, that's all the opportunities you can get by going to the shop.
Fantastic, fantastic, Raghav. A couple of corrections. Don't say cheaper, right? Cheaper has like a lot of like a different degree of connotation, sometimes related to quality. So when it is about price, people pay attention. Instead of saying cheaper, you can use more affordable, right? You can use this word more affordable, and not 2 weeks once or 1 weeks once. You can say once in 2 weeks, once in a 2 weeks, once in 2 weeks. So fair enough, Raghav. Now let's get down to our basic question, which is related to a new shop, right? That has opened in your city, in your neighborhood as well, and focus on the name of the shop, where exactly this shop is in your city or in your neighborhood. The typical customers. When I say typical, it means general customers,
Yeah.
usual customers, normal customers, right? So usually we use this word normally, right? Basically, instead of that, typically, you can say Oh, it's a normal day here. It's a typical day, right? And then the last and the most important point, you also have to mention, have you ever bought anything from that shop? If yes, then why did you buy it? If no, then what prevented you from buying, right? From opening your wallet and sharing your parents' hard-earned money with that shopkeeper. So here we go, Raghav. You can take a moment, arrange your thoughts, and whenever you're ready, we can kickstart the proceedings. And this is a question that is usually asked. These kind of questions are usually asked in IELTS speaking. This is a cue card question, right? And it is also part of the prediction list, which is for January to April. So people who are going to take the IELTS test right before April, please pay attention because this is a pretty probable question. Right, Raghav, you you like shopping from physical stores. That is the reason why this question was presented to you. And let's get started, Raghav.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can start. So a shop that was recently opened in my city or country would definitely be the Aero Hub. So it's a mall that's adjacent to the Chennai airport. So I honestly did not think that they would do such a thing when the metro work is going on, because even getting to the airport is taking 2 or 3 hours, and they're busy building a mall near the airport. So honestly, it was like 5 or 6 months before it was opened. I think like it was opened 5 or 6 months previously, but I haven't had the chance to visit it, and I would surely do if I was given the time. So the typical customers of the Aero Hub are the people who are traveling from abroad to Chennai, and they've landed in the terminus here. So like it's very adjacent, and I think there's a passageway from the airport directly inside into the mall. So I think the people who have visited Aero Hub, they say it's very costly, and then not a lot of people can afford what's in there. But I really haven't had the chance, so I don't know for sure.
I can understand that. So have you ever so you have mentioned all the points, right, Raghav? All the 4 points? Fair enough. And is it right? Like the airport that you have in Trishulam now, like there is another airport that is going to be constructed, right? In the outskirts of the city. So this one is in Trishulam. Then fair enough. I have like some fond memories of the airport, right? Here we go, Raghav. That was an incredible answer that you gave. Couple of things. It's not mall, it's mall. Aw sound. Use the aw sound there, right? Mall, just like tall, call. We don't say tal, kal, mal, shal. It's shawl, mall, tall, call, right? People, please pay attention to the pronunciation of these commonly used words. Then it's honestly, that it's not
Yeah,
honestly, the H
honestly.
sound, right? Honest. H is, right, it's a silent sound there. And Raghav, instead of chance, start saying opportunity, right? You used it quite a couple of times, right? Chance is also correct, but it's part of informal English. And people who want to speak advanced English, who really want to have good command over their language, right? You can use some advanced vocabulary. So opportunity, and very costly is expensive or exorbitant. It's also a lovely word, exorbitant or astronomical. Of course, right? If things are being sold at the airport, they are going to be what? Expensive? Nah, it's an understatement. Exorbitant, right? Or astronomical. I still remember, right? The year was 2003 or 2004. I was at the Meenambakam or Trishulam airport that you have, and one hot dog was of like 350 or 400 rupees, man. A good 20 years ago. At that point in time, that money had a lot of worth. So plus the tea or the coffee that I had, like in 500 rupees, I was just like, that is one of the most expensive hot dogs and tea that I ever had in my life, right? Kind of. That was a good 20 years ago, right? If my memories still serve me the way it has to, or the way it should. Here we go, Raghav. The answers that you shared were really incredible. This shows the fact that you have got not just good command over the language, however, a decent one. And would you like to share this thing with with our audience? How exactly you acquired excellent communication skills, and what can our awesome audience they can do to speak English just like you? So we have got two questions. Question number one, Raghav, how did you acquire excellent communication skills? And question number two, what the audience have to do to speak English just like you? So yes,
Yes, sir.
Raghav.
Yes, sir. So I would say that speaking English is not a tough task at all, but incorporating your already existing the pre-existing vocabulary into it is such a hard task. Like it takes a lot of practice, and it definitely takes a toll on you when you're trying so hard to like incorporate such stuff into your daily speaking capability. But it's not so easy that all everyone can do it. So don't be hard on yourself. It will take time, and yeah, even I have a long way to go actually. Make a lot of mistakes, and I talk a lot. I talk super fast sometimes when I'm nervous. Yeah, that's something that I have to control. Something that I have to improve on. So yeah, these are the commonly given tips, but this is what I like to say.
Perfect. Very, very good. The way, I mean, you portrayed it, it was quite effective. And Raghav, by this, we have come to the end of this delightful conversation that we had. And I'm pretty much sure our audience will find it really beneficial, and they can incorporate the tips that you shared and the feedback that I mentioned. And I'm again pretty optimistic that it's going to help them speaking not just good English, however, fantastic English. And audience, if you have any questions, you can mention it in the comments, right? And we'll be more than happy to answer the questions to your satisfaction. And if you liked this video lesson, if you really found the conversation that Raghav and I had helpful, then please drop a like, share it with your friends, spread the knowledge, and thank you very much. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Thank you.